It's pretty common to hear about a cyber attack stealing user data, but the latest cyber attack that's known as the SolarWinds hack has affected government departments like the US Department of Treasury, Commerce, and Homeland Security. And these are the departments that we know for sure have been infected by this attack. It's estimated that almost 18,000 companies, both private and public, have been exposed to this attack. And attackers had access to private emails and other sensitive documents since June of this year. So let's have a look at what happened and how big of an impact this might have. Let's just start with how this happened. This attack is categorized as a supply chain attack, which simply means that instead of attacking the Department of Treasury directly, they hack their software provider. Since they trust their software provider, they'll download any updates coming from that supplier. In this case, the hackers attacked SolarWinds, which is a company that provides Orion network monitoring tool. Attackers compromised the software update mechanism and then used it to infect selected customers who installed a backdoored version of the company's Orion network management tool. SolarWinds provides this software to almost 300,000 customers, but it's reported that only 18,000 companies installed the backdoored version of the management tool. Okay, so this is how they reached the system, but how does it work? Well, the file in question is a core DLL file. The file contains a backdoor that communicates via HTTP to third-party servers. This file is part of the standard Windows installer patch file that includes compressed resources associated with the update. So once the update is installed, this malicious DLL is loaded into the system. However, it stays inactive for the first couple of weeks and then retrieves and executes commands that allows it to transfer files, execute files, profile the system, reboot the machine, and disable system services. And with this kind of access, it can be used to access sensitive information which can then be sent back to the third-party servers. Now, this is a very simple explanation. If you want more details, then visit FreeEye's website. They have a detailed technical report on this attack. Now that we've seen how it all works, you must be wondering, what's the big deal? Well, what sets this apart is that any department that updated their system will have a backdoor installed in their system, and attackers will be able to access those systems. But the real issue here is the nature of the SolarWinds tool. Since SolarWinds provide a network management tool, their tool has the privilege to access other parts of your network. To give you an idea, SolarWinds allows one to view an enterprise's network topology, connections between devices and all interfaces, and ports connected to various connected devices and their current states. So by attacking this network management tool, these hackers have gained a key to unlock the network infrastructure of a large number of organizations. Now, SolarWinds comprehensive products and services are used by more than 300,000 customers worldwide, including military, Fortune 500 companies, government agencies, and even education institutes. So as you can see, this is a huge list with very important names. And the second biggest problem is the counter. What can the government do to keep their data safe? Well, that's the issue here. They've attacked through the network management tool. And with that kind of access, not only can they access your entire infrastructure, they can stay undetected for a very long time. The government's first response was to disconnect the infected systems from the network. But that's not going to be enough because their entire infrastructure is compromised. But the good thing is they've released a couple of security patches, and other security firms are trying to find a way to secure these systems. But as I mentioned before, supply chain attacks are among the hardest to counter because they rely on software that's already trusted and widely distributed. But even in the best case scenario, it's going to take a lot of time. And even then, there isn't going to be any guarantee because they can't really trace all the backdoors in their networks. But there's one thing that everyone is forgetting here. Even if they do everything perfectly and get this under control in the next 2 weeks and fix every security issue, what's the point? This attack was initiated back in spring of 2020. It's been more than 6 months already, and God knows how much information they've stolen already. They had more than enough time to not just target every high priority individual, but they also had more than enough time to dig further into the system. So this could have some very serious implications, and we might not even know how they'll use the stolen data for some time to come. The Trump administration has not said which agencies were hacked, and so far no private sector victims have come forward. Traditionally, defense contractors and telecommunication companies have been popular targets with state-backed cyber attacks. So these will be the high priority targets. So we will have to keep an eye on these entities. So let's see what happens next. And that's it for today. I'm going to see you in the next one.